We say Akufo Addo obi ambodi tu obi ankuno ono abewu within 6 months ono ne boni bekuno na Akufo Addo obeyare obewu obi ambodi tu boni Akufo Addo edi no ebekuno NPP no Jimmy because of the level of arrogance ni Jimmy nti you see Akufo Addo could not even apologize to Ghanaians before leaving power but omiana on enam hono he could not also come to that level to apologize to Ghanaians. If you're a political party, I'm a opposition. People should see you in a different way. What's that? The Afenyo marking now the 137 eco opposition. Enya ATP woman. As a big parliament, you are telling us say the fooling you were fooling that we did not like. You still don't care. Adena mama santisem mumubi Jimmy Musa. Into your santinina with MPP eco oppositioner. Ghana issues bar. Also try now with the MDC. Why now what NDC are they lying to you? Who is lying to you in the NDC?
Between NDC and MPP, they must tell us who is telling the truth. People don't read. Me patro generation we mu read yo. Generation we mu read. Yato abe this year we have super majority in parliament, but Ghana ni be our Ghana ni our citizen. Be what say very important to you. They say you must read.
Who read. Utini de pem bang any about. The issue is, how did we get here today? Thank you, John Mahama's administration they have been in power for 6 months, 7 months. Now me experience do so, then I'll be like, you know something? At least the people who left office, they were able to leave a backlog. I know. Answer on free office, no, they made sure said diesel the power plant are running. You were supposed to run from there. Before John Mahama entered office, near Doom plant, diesel new. America, catch Ghana for they don't read.
Kevin Taylor said Akufo Addo bewu within 6 months. I global trends meeting ede subscribe. I don't know first time no video abomodin. Na click subscribe at me say be na put video bia na answer akana quick. Abusia after say to abani ya President John Dramani Mahama Reni Akwena. Yede niti so on the 7th of January 2025 no. NSMP ana ekoso o my way no. Yan nti ese eye Domsor besa aba back. All because of say fuel the power electricity our Ghana Akufo Addo ebe free power no ojaye fuel epitim da spend within 3 days no na Ghana for no keka say e can say Mahama ba power Domsor be sha say de aba no na afia pokua vim lady ebe ka say that Domsor issues are ekoso ewo my mu no Akufo Addo ene Mahama mu ba ko etwa ntro no keka nsempi efa Akufo Addo ene Mahama no na Kevin Taylor eden sembe betu say ye ka obi e wabo oman abura Akufo Addo na enye NDC anase Mahama because yede Mahama si akoya no so ne enche bia enyandu even 1 year mpo na de ntina Ghana for complain say Mahama ana sandi Domsor eba na Akufo Addo mum na edi Domsor oba na fuela ojama Mahama no yebetima yusu within 3 days pe na de ntina Ghana for complain say Mahama na edi Domsor oba ema ne kan ya true fire edi koma vim lady echire mu say Akufo Addo ebi within 6 months no bia mbonto no ankasa ne bonne ya odi ye no na ebekunu enkuti nsema Kevin Taylor edutuja.
And it's got to do with Domsor. Makachram say NPP sa pathway do omo Jimmy. And when I say these things, I am from say me mua de me menya akwara sa o. Oh, and I'm a time NPP. This is the time they should be talking to their base that we should be humble and apologize to Ghanaians. Because of the level of arrogance ni Jimmy, you see, Akufo Addo could not even apologize to Ghanaians before leaving power. But omiana on enam hono, he could not also come to that level to apologize to Ghanaians. If you're a political party, I'm a opposition. People should see you in a different way. People to see you say you have changed your ways by changing the criminals. What's that? The Afenyo marking now the 137 eco opposition enya ATP woman as a big parliament. You are telling us say the fooling you were fooling that we did not like, you still don't care. You don't even respect us. So the same fools now outside of the parliament. The NPP as a political party, they lack common sense. They are stupid. Now, John Mahama has been president for 3 days. Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman has been vice president for 3 days. NPP, tribal jandam journalists for be started. And what they are trying to do now, and say, they want a year end the Domsor crisis now, hanging around albatross, a day in Ayukomuna, a Ghana na, we are trying to solve, 3 days now, John Mahama be the president, Right now, they are trying to tell Ghana for say John Mahama na de a Domsor no eba. Nana Addo Akufo Addo atena Ghana so 8 years on the Baumia. 8 solid years. Every single day on Metna power from 2017, they told us to say we have excess power. Now po be the energy minister. Amewu the energy minister. Now po the energy minister. And the Kwasi Ampenyi when the energy minister. Now the question here is, so uba and I was na John Mahama solve a Domsor. And I will be solve Domsor and a sour excess power. Also John Mahama ja excess power. Eye den na uja free power 3 days. Na ye nya eye petrol and power generators. It as a normal Ghanaian, no, why should I blame a president or a government that has led for only 3 days? Office kro mo betina kra ye nyan sorti office ne out. Baby John Mahama betina assign documents kra ye nyan clean ho wie ye. Minister John Mahama be yikura no onyan yi wie ye. The cabinet in ye ready. The vice president office kra on setting it up in wie ye. This is a preparatory period. They are trying to put a government together. Even parliament that was sworn in before John Mahama a president, you know, they are still having orientations. Parliament is still having orientations. Parliament impo the majority of Moko they have to be refreshed. They have to be taught how the standing orders work. Parliament Krampono is not operational. So what will make a journalist today quickly go on radio or on TV to say NDC abano or some solve Domsor. Now in 3 days you may power no or no. Now what they are trying to do no and then they say they want to force you to believe say John Mahama di Domsor because omo party MPP no say Ghana and my catch them some from the radio city TV so majority of them they don't wish this government well. Now so when you're careful na so mo kasa o TV so a obedin so munim nyansa 99% of them they are foolish and ignorant. They are stupid. They are enshrined in their tribe until they are not able to separate tribe from issues. We all need to ask very, very, very vital, simple questions. Answers. How can the government come to power 3 days? Now blame for Domsor. How? How do you do that? When time Adams kind budget, what happened? The mini budget before we crossed over to 2025. What happened? Now, Mamen Kona Menkocha DB, Muntie Galway. Jandam Renio.
So, Kaya me, I'm an amateur before said. Someone shock and one. Next, some quite more Luzukra because they will do so around me. And before by 2017, what they told us was that most of the contract not exaggerated cost, no. And you almost yet renegotiation of the impactable history. It's in our Mama video or say. Before a month, generation capacity account here, 2014, 2015. The reason why I NBC time no Domsor was about what? A generational capacity. And before by no renegotiation, we see a new generator capacity. Problem with him. But the problem that we had was about what? Financial capabilities. So why are we going back to Domsor? So between NBC and MPP, nobody didn't drop. And that's why Parliamentary Select Committee on Energy must be bold. They must have the balls to come and tell us the truth. Excuse my French. Because it's Domsor. And I don't hear you. I can issue on here. Causing financial loss, baby. We go to jail. We go to jail because there's no reason why. I also signing power purchasing agreements. People don't read. Me patro generation we mu read you. Generation we mu read. NBC we they have super majority in parliament, but Ghana need be our Ghana need our citizen. And they was say very important to you. They say you must read the fine details, the terms of a contract. You don't want taxpayers' money. Now I have to about you be strain anado. You be strain about me. Masa who strain no one strain you do taxpayers' money. Now you be koto kaniano. You debate you about miaka. Who pempo? You debate you about miaka. You debate you anado. You can see him till that kingdom come. You do all tax no. Bet you aneka. You do all tax better petrol mano. You do all tax better diania mano. Understand the issues broadly.
She doesn't understand the issues and acting as if she understands the issues. That's my problem with this international transfer something. My issue with this thing, I don't know. Wabong on Jin Dumsor wabong. You see what they are trying to do? Right now, no. They want it to look like, say, 3 days now, John Mahama about power, no. The problem that has been there for 8 years, no, it is John Mahama who has to solve it into a money problem. It is not generation problem. That be any problem. But when to me and can't just say, Akufo Addo ba omi to me do 1 megawatt, eka, and I say 1 megabyte, whatever you want, eka, Ghana power who one can, no, it's fine. Right now, no, ni issue ni say, NDC ni MPP will be try and draw. Why they try and draw? This girl, or the most daftest girl I mean who on TV, on radio, wa bon. You can say oba bon. We were born. And you know the funny thing? Obia wa born, they be or try in their head and they think they are smart until when they start to spew nonsense. They feel so confident in their nonsense, no more spew, no. So it makes them feel so many answer. When you listen to this thing, dear Nana Oka, well, as small can any tin in the 9 way. As some Nana Oka and niti and in the 9 away. You people don't read. You people don't read. And a generational problem. And a capa. Me say, as some ninja na ne kura ne saying. Ne kura say, you blame the new government na abano. Adenti a Domsor bi ba. But in your own statement, you say, May na Domsor wo ho. Anamebwa so June. You admitted say na Domsor ho ansa John Mahama power. But did you tell the people no mutie on say? When a transition team met Akufo Addo's government and asked them about to say diesel any crude na I was say the power generators no matter how much say anything you stop it WAPCO from the maintenance because talk about why didn't you tell them say Akufo Addo man talk adena mama santisem mumu biye Jimmy Musa adentra into your santinina with MPP ako positioner Ghana issues ba e also try now with the MDC. Why now NDC they are lying to you? Who is lying to you in the NDC? Why now NDC they are lying to you? You need to be questioning the government that was in there for 8 years. That was the same thing as J.A. Akufo. He did a lot of mess. Or say Krono or we no danisha tamil sinsem. Oye single span salary ebeto ho or we no dan no kwatina peposo. Kofo be free power or kwa redenomination or we no kwatina peposo. Kofo free power and Eddie Domsor or Jamusha Atamil system. Ya buy na say Atamil ni endis na Domsor ba. En kwasiade we na masa start biom no. We have to dissect the government that just left office. Ede no mujato ho. De no mubeto ye ne de no mujato ho. That is the question we ask. Because as we speak today, there is no document about John Mahama ayejuma. It's been 3 days. So why are you sitting there, watch him said you wish ankurum. The question we need to be asking is, so what did the government before do? Because we were here, and na kwasiaba na pobeka che Ghana for say any timetable you turn chiriye, and yet do something a timetable. So why have we forgotten the lapses and the corruption now leading to a dear Echo Sunday to come and blame this government because kwasiaba or party free power? Who said we are not going to take care of Akufo Addo? Last metana catch them. Me say Akufo Addo obi ambodi tu obi ankuno ono abewu within 6 months ono a ne boni be kuno. Na Akufo Addo obe yare obewu. Obi ambodi tu boni Akufo Addo edi no ebe kuno. Because you MPP no and you are so daft on. Anytime can I say nipa na we be radio na we ti so no. Sanko is smarter than nipa we anko obehu say this is where the weakness is. Because asema wo kan niti ene ne nan ewen. Asem na wo kan say eye den eye NDC and MPP they are lying. For the past 8 years has NDC have they been in charge of anything in Ghana? NDC even in parliament when they try to stop these fools from doing what they are doing. Now mon kwasi afford the radio so you don't want to speak on it. Inti Domsor bande na Domsor be koswa for 3 months. Why are you blaming John Mahama? Why? When John Mahama says he's going to come solve problems, into a two problem, that's a problem that on any so catch one. Wasiaba into call Peace FM, Ura studio ho. Now obey a jumana, ya sign a contract, ura ha Mike in hono. Because Mike in Uko Busasa Mike when a chesa you are against a management. There's no Mike. The mic is going to help you to work. The question is, before they came into power, these people were supposed to buy diesel. They refused to buy it. They used the money. So the question we need to be asking the past government is, why don't we have diesel? Because you can't tell me 3 days diesel in Asa. So tell us, how did this happen? Because even these people are about power, 3 days, they have not signed any document. So why don't we have diesel sitting there? People don't read. Now who read what you are saying? When you read, how do you understand what you read? I don't know how do you understand? You cannot hear saying, oh, there me yama saga when you say, wabong, but I just want to answer. Ya fa Peace FM no. Ura studio say oko kind news no. Oko mic in no. Question management say, where is the mic? There's no mic no. And it says what time management no. You are calling them because that is what is going to help you do your job. Now, the NDC government came into office. This government told us they have solved Domsor and that we will not have a generational problem or whatever problem. At this point, after 3 days, there's no light. There's no diesel. Into what are we blaming the NDC? I didn't blame John Mahama and the NDC for. Why are you telling us the NDC is not telling you the truth? The people who are supposed to be questioned are a tribal political party, no? Question them. Busamu, why are we here after 3 days? John Mahama by Omunum diesel nina. The day near Sir John Mahama ino, Omukonum Petronina. Mumusan Kwasiafo na chichidi di omenimu say. A day na mokachreye, didn't you people tell us that you people have made sure that we have energy, we have diesel to power our generators? And these fools sit on TV. Now mokachere Ghana for say they should read. There's so be already be at the Any fool can read. Any fool can read. Kwasiebia to be kinkai. Na entiasia ni nehia kwasie bia to make kan or twi bia to make kan news or radio so na news no send be making nyansa no ene nehia enti you don't read the youth of this day who read and international na be boy out there be who read no utini de pem ban ene e bo to. The issue is, how did we get here today? Senka John Mahama's administration they have been in power for 6 months, 7 months. Now me experience do so, then I'll be like, you know something? At least the people who left office, they were able to leave a backlog. I know. Answer on free office, no, they made sure said diesel the power plant are running. You were supposed to run from there. Before John Mahama entered office, near Doom plant, diesel new ho. Now the question at America catch Ghana for they don't read. They don't read in Ghana because what about international? What with the international Albert in America into Ghana for they don't read. And there was some pre with Eddie Pokra for with him to just say Koko. Sam Kwasiade way no mobile from now. And we are not supposed to stop. We are not supposed to stop. We need to stay on them because we Ade way a deliberate. In some now say or can in some now could baby no or see I Baomia Ubetiane Casa Nanekufa now blame no. What she's trying to tell you when you say Abana what to and what to Ababoni. That is what this thing is trying to tell you. The opposite catch on the say, I didn't know what to Abama Jamahama. Don't blame Baomia, don't blame Akufo Addo. Kwasia, we shouldn't blame them. Who should we blame? For 8 good years, these people were paid. For 8 good years, they told us that Omo power generators. And then 8 good years, 3 days away from power generators in the doom. And now Yama visa na bedroom so good. I did him na empower Ghana. Mona mahemu son. Yama visa na bra na bedroom so good. Now Johnson in your diesel na petrol generator in your juma. Mo yam kwasiafo. Yam mamu chance ni biem. Me humba bebre wo radio so. Opa oba wa bon wo radio so as I get away. Telling you. When in your catch no, one radio, with the ultimate catch you, uko radio so I come despite the obejo kwasi asam na do na radio so. She knows nothing. Ombreno wants me and children dear. Ombreno wants it. So the jandam now more person. This is how they want to start it. This is the strategy. So right now they are going to make you feel say problem here John Mahama de bae. They are going to make you feel say well Abana will 2 and 1 to Abapa. John Mahama has been president for 3 years, 3 days, 3 days. 3 days. In 3 days, when we Juma John Mahama, 3 days, when we Juma John Mahama, Kwasiafo betina Ghana so 8 years. A Juma John Mahama in 3 days in Kwasiafo into Manyabi. 3 days we are on radio screaming and want to bring our stupid tribal things out because your party free power. Kwasiafo MPP ba power. When to man kind of crunch and kwasiafo we. Mo betina radio so na moto be. Na moto bubu be. And I wait there anesisi bina so we dey obey the den and animo and aban we there kwasiaba and the wenya no ebe ka say NDC who be advise NDC who be blame NDC 8 years mo betina radio so na bubu be kwasiafo 8 years 2017 and kwasiafo ba power na betina kurum ha ade na wantenem 8 good years mo betina radio so ye betuma bo mo voice akire mo e ho na bubu be an ye de anim ewiase de nipa bu a wotu omfo mo nte na aban de se ne ebe ye no ontumi nka asem no and when we say John Mahama ni NDC aba omo de omo accommodate nkwase asem enti I say ote ebuom wo hwe na no fia se vin I say ote ebuom I say antrohwe e na otete mic ase na okeka nkwase asem why wenim say antrohwe ba etete mic echikeka nkwase asem question the administration na omo say omo de omo ye adwuma no share a car at Daho billions of dollars every single time. IPPs, they are independent power producers. They were telling the government, pay us our money. Radio, go and ask the IPPs how much this government is owing them. IPPs, billions of dollars they are owing them. They were not paying them. Every time these IPPs can say, unim, you pull it out. You can't afford to be after the money they just incurred debt. You people did not see anything wrong. Mo papa padie na nke yen sanke be mu de. Na mo hwa de maka kire mo. Domsor Jandam monko Kesbin. Wasia we so kasa.
Yes, Kwame. First of all, Originapo. He has every right to tell us the state of Ghana energy, the power. They make what I say. Mr. Krapa is here, okay. Kwame.
Yes.
Let's also babonting a betre the original poor coming. You just swipe the person, but what many details? Say what is left can only cater for this country for 5 hours, right? The oil now can for 5 good hours. So Nelson Kura Krapa babonting obeka no, it is never true. We left this a bit me cater for us for beer this period of time. Then we are sad automatically you have assigned the media to cross check and I say the media to chase that fact. So we go then not obubio nano dear one can ask me you say but you see coming honorable Abujnapo.
Yeah.
My main case has him with infantry. The oil.
Yes, man. Yes,
all right to do that to tell her the state. But Ghanaians are not interested. Ghanaians wouldn't be interested in this. I'm telling you. He made us to understand that government needs $50 million to buy fuel. That was about 4 months ago, 3 months ago. Our parliament, as a ranking member of Energy and Mines Committee. He said it. So it is there that there's no money. And so today, Saaka only 5 gallons, even 1 liter. Obian me said there was no money. You understand? That is why we voted against this government. The reason why they voted out this country, they voted out NPP. They say, state na ni woman and conforce ye $50 million to purchase fuel for the thermal plants. And $50 million na ye nyano. Adiano kwa na eko for medum. So we voted out NPP. Send ye by adianu dum kra. That is that. And what about power?
Yes, man.
Kwame.
Yeah.
Men are now what you conquer Ashanti region. And what you are he's not interested in the technical things going on. The debate. Go and look for this money. Go and fill the gas. Today is a Domsor bar. Obia beka kyerɛ say Mahama brought Domsor. Akufo Addo came to kill Domsor.
Yes,
Then Mahama came again. Domsor is there. I'm telling you. Because he's giving us a picture. Jamaican what I say. Because come here, say that be kwa. Nebi a free case bena.
Yeah.
Microphone ya juma. And I'm Mr. Kojo Preko. I'm just Mr. Kojo Preko. Mr. Kojo Preko eko. Microphone ni bi nya juma. We nya juma. Obi fufro eba. Nipa na oban because of that na a delivering koso intimi koso yi. Nipa na oban. And conforce Mr. Preko nyade. Ah, and ye de eko. Nipa na oban. He has no excuse to complain. Because listeners know at 8 a.m. Say delivering a here.
Kespen.
Jamaican what I say. It's a free say Mr. Preko nyade and yamana comedy performer. You have no right to complain about me buy no microphones near Jumane that nobody is interested in that. The otie na otie on kokko no wonim sad no woni ha and wetie yai. They should move and go and work. Whether Herbert Krapper will come out with idea yo and yo say and so addressing here as I say more details. Yes, as a former energy minister, we need details. Jamaican what I say. But one farmer who loses?
No.
Yes, he's gone. That is why people were not interested in Boache Jacon's jargons. He was telling us that NDC have signed a contract, take-or-pay contract with independent power producers. We were paying $40 million every month. Nobody was interested in that. What we're interested in say keep the light on because Mahama brought your friend say Ameri mebwa. He brought Ameri and
car power.
Yes, car power. And 3 months before the election, there was no Domsor.
Kespen.
Election 2016, there was no Domsor. It's a fact, mebwa. So you came to power. Nessa normal el kochwa. Tell the people the truth and find question the previous government. They are gone. There's no amount of excuse, no amount of technicalities and legalities to tell us say who the BB question and do don't Akufo. Say be cry or say be asabi or we na be papa bit in the baby. He's watching. So go and fix the problem. Then
Yes,
move
sir.
on.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
go casting be the power. I would have wished, Kwame, this country yen swallow your egos. Now yen borrow ideas. Salif Johnson told President Mahama, which I read it yesterday, that John, you have a major role to play as you leave the state house. You still have a major role to play to develop Ghana, Africa, and worldwide because we need your competence. We need ideas. Some no kanu American tisao. Other advanced countries no more advanced no. Ye ko hoba de bia ni ani agene tisao. Alan has the great transformational plan. He said that let us use nuclear. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is telling you that we use solar panels so that it can cut down the energy cost no.
Sir, wankasa watie Kesben FM wabotai akọ any speciality ni dey adebechi na yes sports adebechi na entertainment so okasa de say de onim nyansa do kan nyina nkwase asem he's pained. Me pese me buso mo simple question sanko fu amtete we amtutu ntosio gu omo hota papa. Did he know say na Ghana de car over $50 million and sana MPP free power? It took Abujinaport John to come and tell us on as a ranking member in parliament. And Obeka before elections to say Ghana deka. You hear this amount of money. Did he know? Wakwashe Cambodia suit be a etwapai. Here I did go po. Wakwashe Cambodia suit etwapai ako eye race course akwaje tie. Ni shirt mu yakoyo tradition wo hotem ho because na adwene sa santufu agimi. Inti wabetina ho. Me see the question I want to ask him and that fool sitting there so he host no. They do no research. Obudi fufu mo kan mo bomb ben kwan. Now betina radio so I'm calling my petition. The question is Sanka Jinapo John, I'm the country before say, you hear $50 million and over, and send in your power, anka win him. Why don't you ask the NPP say, why didn't they tell us that? We are kwasia. We are dying. Muma Jimmy Namoti radio, so you don't understand what you are doing. Inti Sanka Abu Jinapo and the country about 3-4 months ago. Say, you hear over $50 million. And sana Canadian engineers from some timer. And think who are to one. I don't know when we saw MPP no. Say, I didn't know one the country say Kadaho. Kwasia, and no their own person can want them. But you are quick to say they should solve the problem. Sanka MPP no catch a year ago say a Kadawa and Kata problem would have been solved. And Takwasie and Kasikam near campaign in Keriko solve our problem no. And $60 billion now Mukochano Bank of Ghana no and can solve a problem no. And Kakosiampenyi, Cathedral Nisika and can solve a problem no. Where Jimmy? So you knew. Why didn't you blame? Why were you not blaming the government for hiding such an information from us? You want to blame John Mahama? Kotreba. Moana mo bodam. Mo. Ayana mo bodam. Mo just say nyina na edibo from kwan. Mo bodam. Mo bodam. Mo just say efo. Me say ayana mo bodam. O ochina o kan sports. Ochina o kan entertainment. Na akwa ofre he. Domsor said onim nyansa. Asema woka nyansa ba akumpo nim nyansa. Enti John Mahama be the president 3 days no. Our party Nkwasia party MPP now for 8 years they knew that they were building debt no. Hiding from we Ghanaians no. You are not blaming those people, but you are rather blaming a government that has been in power for 3 days. Oh, your chain. And that so because radio so near the Juma Mobi, na so bana Mike in ye Juma, na se nipa no oh Debiano, Mamma Chadiomoye. When foolish MPP boys so. Oh, so Casano, or see I Nema Nena Nabi o Konkoli, eh? A dean of a bononte that. Create impression between Timu say. Asif for the domain cross for Tomo Domon TBBase. Into the Bia so steady boys wewo, Asante for radio swa. No akobo krobisi oh me na nabi o wan kwantambrade ono de obetiasie because opese unya idea bi say ono na asefo no nko school na na asefo no de omo no omo te say robot omo no you cannot convince them sa no mo de aye ye nuanom asantefo no bia beduru ha what is wakasa ne na nabi otetema ne na nabi bi otesunyane dabi obebo din bi na wa kire wo say omo de omo ye nkurasefo enti omo nkurasefo de ohia ne kanea na wanka ne kura nche kurasini na ebe de no so ba ekromni Anything na pokwa siampe ni kachire Ghana for any asantefo any asanteman say omo de t-shirt ni gele every say na adwini mu no ebi mu ye nkurasefo enti sa small boy we nanimu ba we say amane na asia begina say I solve it because we don't okay me see eye John Abu Jinapo from your own mouth o see ono na be kachire say MPP for ye deka over $50 million did the MPP say it was a lie we Jimmy for na momodwen say ye nyina ya mmoa te se mumu bi on momodwen se mobetima tena radio so amisinform Ghana for senka o ye journalist a onim nyansa o nya journalist o radio na afu and obetina bi so senka o so ya branch a onim nyansa the first question you need to be asking is say so why didn't the NPP tell us that there was a debt sitting there yeah and then the chest onim nyansa we Jimmy mode pain mo the tribe na ye edien mo de cat politics anything de bia no mo wie no na mo to da hot say akoko kontwa mo the tribe ni pain mo mfa nyansa enya politics and discussing national issues because the question is simple say aban no no hide e can from Ghana for that aban is an aban and it's obi ati omo and then we are not supposed to blame this government because there was debt. When they call it sir or raises alarm no the same John Abu Jinapo, why are you not applauding him and telling the MPP they have deceived Ghanaians? Because for the past 8 years it means NPP nim say ekada ho no mutena so and omo nim say den debi no omo wini power omo sa dada mo inti ende no sa better clear say na ekada ho why are you blaming John Mahama and the NDC e show you giant. Go back to your lessons. Oko chocho nyama bi go paper so oka se ba ko no ahwe a modwen se ye nyina ye Jimmy he on se okasa no o se krapa na oye se ECG boss so de no ebeka say no na nka o se krapa no den my more clarification se ne be hu se ne beka asem now what stops you from going to krapa to question him Wait, GB4. What makes you a media house? What stops you from calling Krapa on your show to question him and ask him those relevant questions? Oh, Chama Krapa na oya kromfono willingly. Wababo nchabeka nukre natural. Lazy ass niggas. And I'm going to radio so. Lazy ass niggas. Go there and work. Ojan Krapa no enembe cheche muncho. Question Krapa. Go to him and question him. But you are sitting there for the Krapa who is a criminal to come and tell you he's a criminal. You are not going behind the scenes to go do your own checks. When John Abujinapo raised the issue, said we needed $50 million. Did you approach the minister then? Did you approach the energy boss then? You are fools. We are more dirty people. Mono no petition ko didi bofro nkwa betina radio so a mo hunyanyanyan na mo tutu ntosio mo bu nkwase abe ene na mo pese Ghana fo gidi na mo de say kuro no. No. We need to be very, very honest in our deliberation and our discussions. Where is the problem coming from? Now I just said John Mahama mobile and $300 million daho and who jua to be or de asla any those contingency fund to one. Can you say we have a problem today? In Kwasia for we buy a debia John Mahama fund the bio creatibia in nine where would you much know they finished the money. They did not leave anything. Introduce John Mahama to scan come back just a power never doom. Who wants to be associated with a Domsor? We are boa. Hey, mo me mamu warning. Me mamu serious warning. Hey, man, here there's somebody come because what you people are doing, you don't want this country to move forward. I have no problem when you speak the truth. I have no problem. So what can ukre echere omo mutie una? Me no any problem yeah. But some person the mic way essay krona. You better say first. And sometimes people are like Kevin. You are not supposed to say people should go after them. Massa, Mike Baku say, and say Rwanda. Mike, one person. Because of lies. Because of lies. Into millions of people. Because of Kwasiebi, na Semba Kubia, or here na just be trying crew into say the whole country. Let us not underestimate the power of a mic. Let us never do that. Let us not hide behind we are not going to be then somebody. No, we need to let them understand because anything rules and regulations, every job be your rules governing the job. There's a reason why when you become a journalist, when you sit on radio, there are rules and regulations you need to work within. Because the moment you get out of that periphery or that rule, you are causing chaos and you are basically causing harm. And that is what these people are doing. They are not sticking to the facts. They are stepping out of the facts and then touching on people's sentiment, nerves. They are trying to incite groups against a government. That is dangerous. And they need to understand. It is dangerous. It can destroy this nation. It can destroy a whole generation. You don't let any fool sit there and say, because your radio sunti, me say. Let's take this simple. When a man who say a kadaho that Napo or three mukrobo no Napo catch the Ghana for say the car. Yakobusa Napo say a yet Domsor no say nyanko a timetable kwasi afo mutena ho di manka bibia. John Abujinapo no ye NDC ne be catch them say meti committee so e ka da ho nie. Mukọ e minister no question no. Manye mo sora no panama question full suit abetena ho. Adan a ye ne e wa santimemu ye de tikers be ye ne nim nyansa. You could not approach the government. You could not pose the questions. You allowed the debt to swell. And after a couple of months, I could do $90 million. What do you what watching to say? On Tiasia, now on a nebi or Tikongo, no, on a dear, on Tiasia, we are Jimmy 4. And on a year done no. Ebema one another Tiasia say, wo udina tro, na ye peso tino krena say. Sebia mucha tro to John Mahama so on the Domsor and the Ghana for Behunu Kreno. Yam penny beam Emma Mutu just and trono. One another or Tikongo, you can crash no. A Jimmy 4, mutiti radio so and kwasia sam. Mutiti radio so mutu fin. Monken kai my imagine say ya de enka binyanko di ma o ga we de otomfo anka ready minimum no we de menya de yi ase sankwase ade antina muti radio so you are not looking at the bigger picture. You are not looking at the issues. Look at the real issues. Who is supposed to be blamed here? I Akufo Addo there or really biti baby into on the mfano share. That is why we call account. Oh, when you get journalists sit on radio and TV to say the past government inti damage no problem problem or kwasia. So tie journalists at the radio so obi also ka politics I catch say oh aban no buy no sa aban no o ma be say bibia say do ma wie mu na mo power the ebema power no aye adwuma no say ye be kwakoso sankofo no pa. It's part of the governance. The accountability part is part of the governance. In kwasiafo we upaman ne NDC for NDC MPP for Tringum Oma betena ho akem yehu bi da we dia witch hunting kwasia. How do you want us to solve our problems? How do you want us to get our money back? 90 million no and 50 million no why papa na emetua wo ohwa prayer utu ushutu ati no pastor out radio so e kasa uturu mu nyina adori nsuwe wo ubetume $50 million. Where should we go get the money? Mahama ban den okasa another tax abeto so akwasi ampe wa betena kase and the NDC and the tax aba intin kwasi afo no mu wie sika no. Why are you telling us omu de omu wie omu ti omu baby? No, they are still supposed to answer questions. They are supposed to be questioned. They are supposed to show us why this happened. Accountability is very vital when it comes to nation building. You cannot neglect accountability and expect a government to be able to succeed. No. Intimo sa jimino Mumi enjai. The problem we are seeing today, MPP in the course here, and they need to prove to us say, enyomo, I was say omo amu sikano omutia. A whole journalist sit and say, Akufo Addo we are kotenani onum ni wi inti ye na yembre. Inti Akufo Addo ne nkofo no sika ombe wi ana, you should not worry about it. But Mahama nkope sika mbra. Na wo papa na asase say. Ya ka so obi anfa ne papa asase mbra wo papa wa asase. Ya ka so obi anyi 20,000 Ghana wo benya bi. Ofui instead of you to demand people to account for their stewardship no or kwasi ato wo hye race course tie gin se unim nyansa chen unua santini na ono gina kajetia ton poboa na wa adwene ya wo se what Kesbi nti sa Jimmy kasa we bi and this is the jandam sa nyuma we ya mpene mane nkoso. I am telling you Ghanaians, yeah, me started the 2025 season. I have not started. Me say 2025, I've not opened my season yet. But when it is necessary for me to step in, I'll step in. Anything in the umuha. And sign your way no person started to mitrim mama mani nyejuma. Let's give John Mahama the room to work. 3 days, the John Mahama 8 years Akufo Addo wade ba omi ntuma anye. 3 days, the John Mahama ya Ghana. 8 years, Sankwasi afo ntuma anye. No pressure from anybody. No pressure. Because Kwasi afo, you didn't give Akufo Addo any pressure. No animal should give John Mahama pressure. He needs to work at his own pace. He is ready to serve and is willing to work. His experience, his record shows. The kind of people he's appointing now is showing, say, Monkwasi MPP, Jimmy Fonegum, no pressure, no fool should try to come sit on radio. Baby, ma NDC for pressure. Baby, yes, I didn't there. And they won't take a break because speed in there, they banner. I bet it's some force in Muchino. You people should get these things right. John Mahama and the NDC, every government to be a baby, we have the right to criticize the government. It's a fact. We'll be able to criticize them, but it should be constructive. You need to have facts. It needs to make sense. But so why didn't be say or power no or when people need free power into person by force or the pressure be by NDC so and the Ghana nenya would de and yes so de. We are going to stay on you fools for a long time. We are not going to stop. We are going to kill Jandam. John Mahama, Professor Nano Pokwajiman, NDC government, no pressure. 8 years, Kwasi Afo, mama mo pressure. Akufo Addo to me ba asantimemu, no akache kwabere for so me Kwasi Afo, onyo mo kwan don pe no mo ye. Nwan na mo mbe ma hyehyɛ mo nantem se mfui mo ntuma nkasa. Achichidie we a sebio ye tuli hyehyɛ box mu koton no no. Oba asantimemu de na konwa betena so. Eka kire mu nyina mu gu asantimemu se kwabere for omfam Kwasi anko onya kwan omonto omonto. Munyina mo be ma dane te se de poki ehyehyɛ mo nantem mo tena ho din toto be Kwasi Afo mo be aba ana mo be bube ana mo be kyerɛ mmɛma asɛm mo mmɛma asɛm no maka hyɛ dɛ mo ma ne nka mo nantem. No pressure from nobody. John Mahama is going to work. You have the right to criticize. It should be constructive. Don't try ma obi a menna na adwene. Nobody in Ghana on hinio sofuo konfuo nobody can give John Mahama pressure. When bosom netna 8 years, when to mama the pressure, we are ready to help build this nation. See, NDC government in the wronger, people like us, we will use the facts to criticize them. Yeah. When the NDC government wronger, I'll not just come and sit here and say, hey, I'll bring the documents to criticize them. That is what we are going to do from today. Bring your facts to criticize. Do not use pain, that everlasting pain that is going to be there for about 36 years. And some who power be no. Don't try and use that everlasting pain to try and confuse Ghanaians. Yen Jimmy BMO. Yen Yang Kwasiafo BM. We are going to make sure the right things are done. We are going to make sure the government is given the room to deliver. We are going to make sure, say, every single thing be a no kroma na yede no kure na beye. Obia need the right to think, say, obey to me the pain, yaw, be an the party, and kwastia party be every power, any tribe or time be babatina radio. So you people munti a break. John Mahama no pressure. Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman no pressure. They are the presidents in Ghana. They work and we believe in them. There's hope today. And we will make sure we guide them. We try everything possible to criticize them constructively with the right evidence to make sure they deliver for Ghanaians. That's it. Wow, you saw the other way. You better